I'm Jill Schweers with Computer Concepts, and on behalf of the Chamber this morning, we've just got a couple announcements before we move on. Tomorrow is the Color Fun Run at Swan Lake Eastside Shelter House. Registration is at 8:30 tomorrow morning, so if you haven't registered yet, come on out. We'll still take you tomorrow. Run begins at 9. It'll be a lot of fun. Next Thursday, May 18th, we have a business after hours from 5 to 7, and that's at Hawkeye Care Center. And the next Friday morning, our chamber coffee is at Plains Area Mental Health Center. That's at 318 South Maple Street. So with that, I'll hand it over to Elizabeth.
All right.
Tell us why we're here.
All right. Welcome, everybody. My name is Elizabeth Wagon, and I'm the operations manager here. I cover the Carroll area, and I cover the Creston office. So I hope most of you are familiar with our office, but just to give you kind of a brief overview, our main focus here is to match job seekers with businesses. So in the past, a lot of times people just assumed all we did was help people file unemployment and help them continue their unemployment claims, but we've really tried to work very hard over the last several years to change that focus, where we're helping people gain employment. So we might help them by giving them some interview skills. We have a lot of great teachers on our staff. They teach them some job seeking skills, soft skills, and hopefully the majority of them will be on their way to their next job. Other people, we might help them with getting some training, so some basic skills. Maybe we'll partner with the college. They'll take some classes out there, gain their skills so they can make good employees for all of you. So right now we have a low unemployment rate. If you're a business owner or in charge of hiring, you know that good employees are hard to find right now. So what we're trying to do is talk about how we can retain our workforce for the long term. So you will hear Ashley and Sherry at some point probably come to you and start talking about registered apprenticeships. So we're trying to think of long-term workforce solutions. So they will probably talk more about that either today or with you at one of your businesses. So I want to start off by saying that this team is one of the best teams for our offices in the state. So we have a good variety of staff. They were all hired for different reasons and they all contribute. We have one of the smallest offices in the state, but I always say that we might have one of the smallest, but we produce some of the most good, or some of the best events, good services in the state. So I'm really proud to be on their team. So I've been around here for about 3 years, and so they've welcomed me in, and I really appreciate the team. So I want them to introduce themselves because they're the ones that do the hard work here. So you want to start?
I'm not, I guess I am part of the team. Yes. My name is Suzanne Johnson, and I actually work for Iowa Vocational Rehabilitation Services. We are co-located here with Iowa Works, and we're very fortunate to have them as a partner as we are assisting people with disabilities either get into the workforce or back into the workforce. As she talks about apprenticeships, getting people retrained, that type of thing, businesses that are looking for employees. One of the things that people kind of forget about are people that have disabilities, and I'm just here to tell you that they are some of the best employees that you're ever going to have. They show up for work, they're there all the time, they follow directions. If they cannot do an 8-hour day, we can do some job carving and maybe have a couple people come in and help you. Helps the people who are trying to get a job. Also helps you in some ways in the fact that you're probably not going to have to pay the benefits that you would to full-time people. So Jill Daniel, who would have spoken here, is actually on a conference call, but she and Ashley have been going out to businesses and have been doing a great job. And like I said, I just want to say that I appreciate this team from Iowa Workforce so much because they do assist us quite a bit.
Lisa Smith, career planner.
Hector Garabig, workforce advisor / Promise Jobs case manager. That's kind of it.
Becca Wellenberg, workforce advisor.
Amber Casebeer, workforce advisor.
Tammy Johansson, workforce advisor.
Okay. Nikki Olderding, workforce advisor and Promise Jobs case advisor as well.
I'm Donna Hayes. I'm quality assurance for the Promise Jobs program.
So,
Do you want to start? Just wait.
we always make jokes, cause Hector always, people are always saying, is he your intern or is he one of us? No, he's just one of us. So, I'm gonna turn it over to Ashley. Sherry's gonna talk next. So Ashley is one of, the people that go out and talk to businesses, so, go ahead and.
Sure. So, like Elizabeth said, my name is Ashley Rickey. I'm the business service specialist for Carroll, Audubon, and Sac. And then Sherry's going to talk, and Sherry covers Crawford, Greene, and Guthrie County. And so she'll talk a little bit about some of the things that she's doing. But like Elizabeth said, you know, with the low unemployment rate, Carroll has a 2.3 unemployment rate. So we've had to be really creative and intentional with a lot of the services that we're providing. So some of the things that, you know, that we're working on are providing meet and greets for our offices. These are informal kind of presentations. They're about 15 minutes long, where a business is just kind of talking about what they do, and then also positions that they have available and how to apply for those positions. We have staff that will kind of help afterwards them fill out applications. So if this is something that you're interested in doing, let Sherry or myself know. We offer them both in Carroll every other week, so bi-weekly, and then also in Denison at our transition center, and that one is weekly. So either of us can help kind of you coordinate that any of those events as well. The other thing that we are working on is last year we talked about at the Chamber Coffee the Where's Waldo? Well, we had to change the name because apparently there's copyright issues. So it's now called Iowa Works Approved. So you will get emails from me as I'm kind of the coordinator for this position, but this is a project that our recruiting team is working really hard on, is just highlighting a individual's skills and then marketing it to businesses. So what we're doing is we're helping them with resumes, helping them do mock interviews, encouraging or having them take the National Career Readiness Certificate, and then we're doing a short video for them. It's a 1 to 2 minute video, and then we're sharing it with all of you. If it's somebody that you're interested in, you know, shoot me an email back. I'll share it with the resume, and I'll help connect you with that job seeker. One of the other things that we are working on is our Target Your Team, which we have all these flyers located right here. So if any of these are interested, you know, take them before you leave. So our Target Your Team, what this does is we are able to go on site to your business and help your employees learn new skills. So some of the topics that we cover are maintaining a positive attitude, generations in the workplace, how to communicate, how to get along with each other, teamwork. So lots of different things that we're able to do. If that's something you're interested in, once again, you'll contact us and we can help connect you with that. And then the last thing that Elizabeth touched a little bit on was a registered apprenticeship. So the governor passed the Future Ready Iowa initiative in January. And so what that initiative is to have 70% of Iowa's workforce to have some sort of training beyond high school. And so we're really focusing on trying to get individuals to start thinking about the long-term effects of that. So one of the things is registered apprenticeship. So registered apprenticeships, this is a learn a skill, and then you also get paid for it. So you know, they're used to attract new employees or to upskill employees that you currently have. So there's two kind of components. There's the on-the-job training, and then there's also the related technical training. So I will be coming out and talking to businesses about that. So if you have questions or issues with that, just let me know, and I will be seeking you out as well. And I'll turn it over to Sherry, and Sherry can kind of talk about what she's up to.
Okay. I also in charge of the Employer Council of Iowa, and that's something that's really grown. We had 250 members, and now we're up to 800 businesses that are listed. So what that means is Becca is real good. She does our newsletter. She finds articles that are important we feel to employers. And then we add upcoming events that are happening or any news that we hear that would be an interest to businesses. So upcoming will be the A game will be coming up, and we have, I think, close to 20 people that's going to be held across the street at Santa Maria. So if you have employees or somebody that wants some additional training, then we're going to have Generation. That one I believe is in June. July. And that one is a fun one, and one that affects almost every business, because some businesses have 5 generations now working. And as you know, each generation works a little different. So it's a way to develop and to understand what the different generations, why they think like they do at work. And it's about that bringing your work together and to understand each other. Another thing we have is we partner with Western Iowa Advantage, Employer Council of Iowa, and our Iowa Works to do the Employer Educator Summit. That's coming up October 4th. It'll be the 4th year. It's going to be held in Denison this year at the stables at Copper Ridge. That's a barn that's been redone into, a lot of it's original, but it's been done to hold conferences and weddings and such. But we have Brenda Clark Hamilton will be a guest speaker that will be coming. We have economic development, and this year you'll be getting some additional information. This has been one of the most popular events in the state of Iowa, bringing employers and educators together. So there was additional grant money given this year to award businesses and schools that have become together to work things out. To one of the programs I know that hopefully will be submitted for the grant money is the Be Me, that our teaching team and our recruiting teams have put together, where businesses go to a school and they actually go see what happens in the school classrooms, and then those teachers can go to that business and actually see what happens and what kind of skills are needed for those employers. Just another way to bring the two together. Also is the Denison Transition Office. There's staff there from Region 12, and they do similar. They don't have as much programs going as what the Carroll office does, but they are open the same hours. We hold a meet and greet every Thursday. Ours are done just a little different. They're 2 hours. Employer comes and we recruit employees to come in. They tell about their business, and then they actually do on-site interviews. So that's another thing. And like Ashley and Elizabeth said, we're out there working with employers to get apprenticeships going. Come on in.
We all know you're here now.
But like I said, just get in touch with anybody in our office. Everybody here is up to date on what's going on, and even if it isn't their specialty, they know how to get you to the right person. So, and we're very happy that you came.
Yeah, thanks for coming. We really appreciate it.